Hello, I'm Michelle Neal and welcome to another exciting episode of The Theatre Show, your window into Australian theatre. I am holding in my hands one of the best guides for everything related to theatre in Australia, Stage Whispers Performing Arts magazine. And when I say everything, I mean everything. This monthly magazine and its associated website offer a comprehensive listing of what's on in your area, including reviews and features, as well as a comprehensive directory listing every service you might need to stage a show, including sound and lighting, costumes, set and props. You'll find links to auditions in your areas, as well as tickets to just about any show that's on right now. And there are lots of giveaways too, including tickets and CDs and DVDs of shows such as Rock of Ages and Dr. Zhivago.
Rock of Ages is about big dreams and big guitars.
It's the most fun I've had, I think, at a live performance ever.
The show leaves people feeling happy when they leave the theater.
It's really just a party. It's like going to a rock concert.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
To tell us a little bit more about this amazing resource is founder and owner of Stage Whispers, David Spicer.
Welcome to the headquarters of Stage Whispers Performing Arts magazine in Sydney, celebrating its 20th anniversary. Now, Stage Whispers was born in Melbourne in 1991. It called itself the voice of amateur theatre, and you can see the first cover, which was in newsprint. Perhaps not so impressive by today's standards, but it was a promising start. One of my favourite when I looked through the archives was this one here, which simply is of a community theatre. They're all playing drums, and the headline on the cover is "Let's Put on a Show." And that's the heart and soul of the magazine. Major focus of the magazine always is stagecraft. Where do we get the props? Where do we get the costumes? Where do we get the rights for the shows? As well as where can we go and see great theatre?
Thanks, David. I understand Stage Whispers has a very special offer for our viewers. How about you tell us more about it?
So a special offer for the theatre show. Subscribe online, tell us that you saw this program, and you will get this back issue free. So you'll get an extra issue, just mention the theatre show.
And to commemorate the 20th anniversary of this wonderful magazine and its contribution to Australian theatre, we have just shot a special episode of The Theatre Show following the journey of the magazine since 1991. You can view the episode from the Stage Whispers website. In the spotlight this week is Fool's Island, presented by the Tamarama Rock Surfers Theatre Company. Written by Darren Gilshenan and directed by Joe Turner. Reviewers say Darren is Australia's funniest man. He has created a one-man show combining his two passions, Shakespeare and outrageous physical comedy. Our presenter, Mudge Wilson, is at the Bondi Pavilion with the cast and crew. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm here at the Bondi Pavilion Theatre with the writer and performer of the new Australian Shakespearean comedy, Fool's Island. I'm with Darren Gilshenan. Darren, how are you this evening?
I'm really good, Mudge. How are you going?
Not too bad. Darren, tell me about the story and how it all came about.
This story has been 5 years in the making in a strange way. I had to trawl through 36 of Shakespeare's plays to find the right language to tie into a narrative. It's a story about a set of twins. One's called Gooden, one's called Baden, and they're hurtled to Earth on the back of an asteroid called Chicxulub. And they wake up and basically go to war over the love of a tree.
More fairer than fair, beautiful than beauty is, truer than truth itself. Monsieur le Menu. In love, he hath learned to read his arms like a malcontent, to relish love's song like a robin redbreast, to walk alone like one that fears walking, to sigh like a schoolboy that hath lost his ABC, to weep like a young wench that hath buried her grandma, to fast like one that takes diet, to speak puling like a beggar.
It's primarily a very physical show, lots of physical clowning. It also has a live Foley artist and musician who creates all the sound effects and all the musical motifs of certain characters through the piece. And it has a lot of Shakespeare.
I am the dog. dog is himself. And I am the dog. The dog is me and I am myself. Now, come into my father. Knock, 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 knock.
This production is a brand new production, so it's very exciting for us to be able to have created a show from scratch, and particularly to incorporate, not to have sat alone in a room and sort of written a play and then presented it, to be in a room working with actors, creating material live on the floor is something that I find incredibly stimulating and creates stuff that you wouldn't be able to write in a room by yourself. You wouldn't have the ideas that you can come up with working collaboratively like that.
Well, I look forward to the show and I'm sure the audience will love it too. Thank you for your time, Joe.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Over to you, Michelle.
Fools Island is on at Bondi Pavilion, 31st of March through 24th of April. Tickets are available from the Tamarama Rock Surfers website as well as from the venue. This week in Theatrecraft, Valentino and Dominic show us some of their best tips and tricks for preparing for stage auditions, which can help you be at your very best for the big day.
So what are you doing today?
I'm going to be doing Sergeant Simmons from The Removalists by David Williamson.
Okay, let's take it from the top.
Don't be so bloody stupid. What about the bruises and the blood? How are you going to explain that?
Good, okay. Now as if you're very angry with Ross.
Don't be so bloody stupid. What about the bruises and the blood? How are you going to explain that?
Now perhaps you're very scared of the consequences of the actions that you and Ross have made.
What about the bruises and the blood? How are you going to explain that? Look, I've been in the force for 23 years now, Ross, and I know what you can get away with and what you can't. Hello and welcome to Theatrecraft. What you just saw was a typical example of a theatre audition. Now, most actors find the audition process terrifying, but it is a necessary part of the business. Today we have with us Dominic Stone, Director of the Newtown Acting School, to help us feel more confident about the auditioning process. Dominic, what do we do to feel ready about auditioning?
3 proven tips. 3 things you did very well were you chose a piece that was age appropriate. That's very important. I could see that you'd read the whole play and you understood what the character wanted in the scene and you focused on that in an intense way. Good acting is a byproduct of that intention. The other thing is know the piece inside out.
It's great advice. Thank you very much, Dominic. Well, that's it for today. Next week, Dominic will be back again to tell us how to behave during an audition. Over to you, Michelle.
Thank you, gentlemen. I know I will certainly put your advice to good use in my next audition. If you would like to know more about preparing for an audition or acting in general, contact Dominic from Newtown Acting School. Well, that's it for this week, folks. As always, if you would like to get involved in the theatre show or Nova production we should showcase, get in touch with us via our website or Facebook page. A big thank you this week to David Spicer of Stage Whispers, the cast and crew of Fools Island, and of course our presenters, Mudge, Cheryl Ann, Valentino and Dominic. I'm Michelle Neal, and until next week, I'll see you at the theatre.